Oh, we're taping right now?
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Well, we got shadow banned. Okay. So, the show always starts with cheap liquor. Let me not say cheap liquor. Let me give myself my
let's
own
be
flowers.
respectful.
Inexpensive is better. We start off with single barrel whiskey.
That's my favorite.
It was sexy. It got a little sexy. A couple of my
Yes.
guests, I was like, I hope I'm not sexually harassing you. It's the alcohol.
my
Like I was like
God.
looking longingly into their eyes. It got awkward. And then we went to Casamigos,
Okay.
as my friend calls Offset's house.
Yes, that is Offset.
And now because it's the last episode,
party there with
we're going to be doing champagne, a rosé, I should
I
say.
love it. Rosé champagne.
Yeah. So you guys, we ready?
It's girly. It's
Hold on, let me-
classy. It's all the things.
You guys good? Okay. This is Blue Toulousema. Mic check 1 2. My hair's like Tina Turner. For those of you who are not watching, hold on. Ooh, I like how it sounds, but I might look doofy. Let me do a vanity check.
It actually fits perfectly.
It does, because the hair is meant to.
No, but it's perfectly. In
Oh,
between
this
your
is
bangs
cute.
and the
Okay.
updo. It's a
I'm
vibe.
channeling the 80s, 90s, and 70s
And
all the time.
today.
All right, the voice that you guys hear is Amy Aniobi, and I think there's gonna be a second where I'm gonna want to read a little bit of your bio because I feel like I want to flex for you.
Oh my God.
Right? Because Amy, for those of you who don't know, first of all, I need you to watch the first episode of this current and last, we'll get into that in a second,
know.
season of Insecure. And I need you to walk the moment where all the ladies walk into this room and you hear the intro of my spirit song, Blow the Whistle. And then you see an agile, beautiful woman on a flute doing a spirit dance
In a head to toe white suit.
in a head to toe white suit, fluting to Blow the Whistle. When I tell you the way that I howled, like I lost my shit when I saw it. I was like, that's my friend Amy. I lost my mind. That is Amy. But in addition to being the person, what is it, a flautist? Is that what they?
Flautist, yeah.
I got it right?
You got it right.
I thought I made
You
that
know
shit up.
music. You know
I
the
do know
classics.
music. Aside from being the flautist that plays Where's Waldo, because I feel like I see you every season
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm always in the episode I wrote. Like that's the key. Every writer does a cameo.
You
in
guys, that's the
episode
first
they
flex of the
write.
episode. About 30 seconds in, it's the first flex. Yes. So Amy is a writer, director, executive producer on HBO's, listen to this, Emmy-nominated comedy Insecure, starring Issa Rae. She also served as a showrunner, head writer, EP for season 1 of the stand-up special Two Dope Queens. Amy. Amy.
That was a good time. We were in New York.
And she has multiple projects in development at both HBO and HBO Max, as well as 2 features set up at Universal. Amy, I want to swear at you. I'm so happy for you. Why do black folks want to swear at each other when they're happy?
know.
Motherfucker.
We gotta go,
Bitch. I also need to say this, though, before we get started. Amy, you are someone who is part of the tribe of Nigerians who loved me up on me my first year in LA. I
Yeah.
always say I now consider myself an honorary
We
Nigerian.
will claim you.
I need to learn how to make jollof. I think one day I accidentally made jollof just like osmosis.
Put too much tomato sauce.
I literally
and
posted on
spices.
Twitter. I was like, I think I accidentally made jollof, and Lovey was like, send me a picture. Because when I first moved here, I was like, okay, LA's gonna be mean and shallow and whatever. And then there was one day I was in a room, and it was during the pandemic, and we were going to a party, and they were sending a doctor to COVID test us, and everybody decided to meet at my house. So the doctor shows up, very sexy chocolate man.
Was he Nigerian?
Yes.
Was he available? Like where he? At?
Look, when I tell you, I was
My
like,
mother
is
wants to
he
know.
walking in slow motion towards my house?
Yes.
He walks in and he's doing the COVID test, and I'm just like looking at him like, my God, you are a specimen. And I said, I'm so happy that it's so wonderful that you're doing this in the middle of the pandemic and you're helping us out in your 3-piece suit. Like he was suited up.
Wow.
And he's like, well, I have to be there for my Niger brothers and sisters. And I said, excuse me? And then I looked around the room and realized I was the only person in the room who wasn't Nigerian.
Look at you.
The irony was, I looked in the mirror.
You're
I had a
one of
head wrap
us.
and my high cheeks. I looked the most Nigerian in the room. I was
So
like,
he
oh.
claimed you too.
I have been claimed. So, Amy, you are part of the tribe, my soul tribe that has claimed me.
Happy to be.
Without y'all, I don't think I would have survived LA
I mean,
because it's madness.
It's
And so
madness.
I want to toast before we get started
yes.
to being at the right place at the right time with the right people.
Oh my God, I love that. Cheers to you.
Seriously, and I'm making eye
Yes.
contact.
Oh,
7
you have
years,
to.
good
7
sex.
years, good sex. We don't need bad.
And
dick
this
in
is the part
life.
where you play the theme music because, oh, girl. She cute. This rosé is better than the
I just love this little bottle. I could do this in an
Isn't this
evening.
cute? I feel feel bad for Jean and Richie and how I made them drink Tito's last time. I don't think Jean will ever forgive me. He looked so betrayed.
The fact that he didn't get to choose.
Yeah, you know what it was? The Casamigos was gone. We went through like 3 gallons of Casamigos this season.
You're like, this is all we got left.
Yeah, and so I was like, sorry. And I didn't know I had this, but I'm happy I didn't because I would have given it to
I
him.
one time had a terrible roommate
Who
finished my like Ciroc or maybe effing vodka or something, and then she brought me Popov.
Oh.
And I was like, how dare you? This is not. And even she's like, I'm so sorry I finished your vodka, but I got some for you.
I got some Mad Dog.
And it was like the big old quart.
Yeah.
That's what it is to serve him Tito's. He has a good palate. Don't do that to
he's
that
bougie.
Man. Don't do that to that man. He wears scarves.
The only other Haitian person I've met in LA so far, and he has to be this bougie. Like, why? Of course, my people are bougie.
Exactly.
So, Amy, I know that you, like all the guests. By the way, guys, I don't tell any of the guests what we're going to talk about. You guys just trust me.
I really do.
And here's the thing. If you look good, I look good. Because the whole point of the show is to give me an excuse to kiki with my friends and drink on camera responsibly.
It's my favorite thing.
And give them their flowers. It's like a happy hour, right? Nice. And so we're going to do hot topics first. And because, you guys, it's raining in Southern California, I love Raphael Sadiq, but he lied to us in that song that said it never rained in Southern California because Amy and I are like 20 minutes late for this.
I'm cold. I'm like, it's not cold in here, but I am cold because it's raining outside and it like
East
seeps
Coast
into
cold.
me, and that's why I'm all bundled. I'm like,
why is it like New York, Brooklyn cold?
And apparently it's like in the 50s in Philly. And I was like, a friend of mine earlier today, I was just like, wait, hold on, what? Why
global
is it summer
warming
in
is
Philly?
a hater because global warming
it's out here.
It's
Don't
making
let them
things
tell you it's not
backwards. So we're gonna do 3 quick hot topics. We're gonna have to go quicker than I would have liked because one of them is a little spicy. But maybe that's God trying to get me to keep it cute. You guys, this is the last episode of 2021, so you also are like, it's a big deal.
Are you serious?
This episode is all about endings and beginnings, and you know what I mean about endings because I'm still gonna cry about what's about to happen. Yeah. Disclaimer, this episode is airing the day after the Insecure finale.
Are you serious? Oh, wait.
So I have some questions to make about how
I'm still not going to spoil it for you.
I have some questions about how you think the audience will be feeling about you and your family, your soul tribe. The day
I don't know.
Okay, because I feel like, you know, in the key of Shonda, y'all don't care about feelings. So if like Lawrence's car blows up or something, I don't put nothing past y'all. I don't put, like, y'all killed off Kelly for 20 minutes. Like, kind of fictitious me. I was like, wait, she's dead? Is this a dream sequence?
And then she was back.
Yeah, y'all don't care about feelings. Okay, so hot topics really quick. The first one, B. Simone. Because you know who B. Simone is. I never want to assume. B. Simone is an entrepreneur, a singer, a content creator, and she had this huge thing where she wanted to be a millionaire by her 30th birthday.
Yeah.
She became a millionaire on her exact 30th birthday.
That's incredible.
Manifested her ass off. And then 30 days later, got her second million. So it took her 30 years to get her first
I didn't know
million.
that part of the story.
It took her 30 years to get her first million.
And she made 2 stacks.
And 30 days to make her second million. She has now gone on the record and said, it was the worst year of her life right afterwards.
Wow.
The depths of depression. She got dragged all over social media. She was feeling depressed. Like it was the worst year of her life right after she made her first 2 million. So this begs the question, and this is her quote. She said, "Money don't fix problems." I'm trying to make her accent, but I'm from New England, y'all.
Yeah,
money don't fix problems.
I was gonna say don't disrespect her, but that was pretty good.
I'm trying. The year I became a millionaire was the toughest year of my life.
Yeah.
And so I read somewhere that money can take away problems, but it doesn't bring happiness. That nuance fascinating me because you're right. I got 99 problems and a direct deposit could fix 90 of them.
Yeah.
But the places where I have a void, it can't actually bring me my joy. Yeah. So my question is, do you agree with her that money can't fix your problems and that sometimes it can bring new ones?
I can't say I agree with it.
You're Nigerian. Nigerians are like, I like my money.
Not only that, but also like, I think money just makes you, I literally was having this conversation with a really good friend yesterday, and we were just talking about how money just makes you more of who you are. So if you were already fucked up, guess what money's going to do? Keep you fucked up. Ooh, you know, if you were someone who believes in the goodness and like can give to others and is generous, then that's what money's going to do. You're going to keep doing that. So
I love you.
I think it's so interesting to say money can't fix problems. I'm like, well, it can fix things that require payment.
Yes.
You know, and also, are you spending the money on your better wellness? Like for me, when I started making a little money, one of the first things I did was start going to therapy, you know, but lots of people are going to get a check and be like, let me buy a bag, let me get a car. And I'm like, well, what about fixing the things inside you and realizing it's a journey? Like therapy isn't like one session and you're done. You go to the gym to stay in shape. you get in shape, and then you got to keep going.
And you have to find the right trainer too.
And you got to find the right trainer
too. There's a compatibility with therapists that people don't talk about. Like if you get the wrong therapist.
Yes.
Are you really getting therapy or new
really
adversary?
Therapy? I literally had a therapist. Gosh, I loved her, but I felt like she liked me too much. Like anytime I had a problem, she was just kind of like, yeah, but that's their fault. And I was like,
you're amazing. They're haters.
I was like, well,
I flipped the table, Susan. I think I should take responsibility.
Exactly. I was like, well, I did do this. And I was like, I was wild. And
my therapist always end up asking me for advice. So it's gotten, because I'm an emotional intelligence coach.
Yeah, that's a tricky thing.
So
I don't know, girl.
And I have a lot of friends who are therapists, and they were so toxic. And I was just like, how are you a therapist?
Because they know better than, but they don't do better than.
So me and Amy are on the same page. I always say that, and this is so kismet, that money only makes you more of what you already are. Yes. So does love and power.
Yes, 100%. They're all linked.
You know that security guard who is not getting a lot of money, but is the gatekeeper quite literally at the club, goes straight to his head. I want to get so rich that my family is taken care of and I can give the rest of it away.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be able to, like, I'm already thinking about all the altruistic things I can do because my mother's light bill's already paid and I don't have to worry about the basics.
That was a huge goal I had. That was a huge goal
It's still a goal that I have. I'm not, the EP of all the things yet. Contagious
but
energy.
you an EP of your life, and I'm like, there are so many things that we can start now and setting those like things in motion. It's like, okay, I can't do it today, but what is the plan to do it by XYZ date?
Yeah, So B. Simone, I think if you had gotten maybe more stable in how you felt before you got the coin, then you probably wouldn't have given a damn about being dragged on social media.
That part, because especially if you were pursuing the money for like the outside reinforcement of other people's thoughts about you, then
and they called you ugly to your face as you were counting your millions. And
and then
crying in the bathroom.
Come on, maybe there should have been a like, I'm gonna get enough money that I don't have to use social media to, like, because there are certain ways that
I want money to disappear.
Worse.
I don't want money to be seen.
Beyonce money.
I want to be so rich that me and my husband can go on a yacht for a year.
Like when they're literally over here being like, oh, Beyonce gonna do verses, and I'm like, verses? Beyonce ain't never heard of verses.
Are you
like,
serious?
She is above that.
Blue Ivy has to tell her what verses
exactly.
is.
Mommy. She's like, why would I have too much money to do anything like that? And I'm like, that's what I want, to be like, they want me to do what?
Well, we said money and love and power make you more what you already are. So the next hot topic is Halle Berry, and this is about love.
Okay.
We know Halle Berry is a perfect example of being beautiful, and your love life can still be trash. Off the record, you and I have had happy hour conversations about
trash.
Yeah, trash. Dating in LA as a black woman. I say this all the time. Dating in LA as a non-ambiguously black woman.
Yeah, that's a very good qualifier.
It's a very specific experience.
Yeah, it is.
That's a whole other episode. We'll have you come back when traffic didn't ruin our lives.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, because that's the conversation by itself. She said that her and her partner, who are finally in a healthy relationship, after all these years in her 50s, Halle has finally found who she thinks is her person.
Okay.
She said the reason she thinks it's different is because for 3 months, all they did was email and talk on the phone. No FaceTime, no face-to-face. They wrote letters to each other. And so by the time she was ready to have a relationship with him, there was no physical distractions like sex or making googly eyes or sexting. Yeah. And she realized that she liked him as a person first. That is a beautiful story.
Yeah.
I also have hormones. And so my question is, could you spend 3 full months of only, not even FaceTime, just emailing and phone calls with somebody while you are falling in love with them?
Have you been watching me? Because I literally just had this conversation with a friend 2 days ago. Not kidding.
You've been prepping for this podcast.
Literally,
I was like,
I didn't even know. But 2 days ago, I was talking to a friend and I was just like, I can't do any of that texting shit unless I know you already. I'm so bad at that. And I think sometimes I feel like that is a struggle for me with dating, and especially because we date on apps now and you have to be flirty. And I write for a living. I'm paid to write. So when I'm
this
on these
flex has been brought to you by HBO.
I'm just like, how do I text him back? It makes me feel impotent. I'm just sort of I do this for a living and I'm over here sweating about how to get, hey, winky face, or should be an emoji, or emoji's dumb. LOL. No, don't put LOL. He'll think you're dumb. And I'm
it's
just
its own language.
It's its own language. And I realized I was there's a moment where it hit me where I'm I can't keep up that back and forth flirtation.
So you're immediately, let's have drinks immediately. So I can smell you, get your pheromones in my face and get out the way.
We text twice and I'm like, do you want to do a FaceTime check-in just to make sure we like what we see?
I fucking love that.
So, I got that from a friend.
So you couldn't do the Halle Berry 3 month. Well, here's the thing, though. I feel like only Halle Berry could get away with this.
Yes, because she's like, "Hi, my name's Halle. Last name Berry. Do you mind
all
texting
know what
for
Halle
3
Berry
months?"
looks like. Yes, Van Hunt didn't need to see you for 3 months. He could just watch Catwoman. Are you serious?
Yes.
He could go to Monsters Ball.
He's
go
like,
to the
I spent the
Oscars
whole
archives.
with you.
Yeah, when you're beautiful and super rich and famous, I think there's certain things that you can do that are wonderful. I need you to see my face and make sure you like all of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, I'm like, I can keep that flirtation going once I know you.
Right.
Then I can be like, oh, okay, you're going on a trip. Yeah, let's flirt. Let's send each other emails.
What if you have a doofy laugh that makes me friend zone you, and I don't know that, and I've made you think you're my future husband? Yeah. We're gonna look. I feel like there needs to be an episode where I just have a bunch of women come on and confess.
I want this.
All of their biggest neuroses, like, because we get neurotic in our heads about dating.
Neurotic. I'm very neurotic.
I think all creatives are neurotic in some way.
Well, of course. Like, we literally have to.
It's
we
the
have
sauce.
Yeah, and we like have worlds in our mind.
Whole worlds.
You know, it's
Whole
like I walk
planets.
around my house having full conversations with people that don't exist because I'm working out characters. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, we're all a little nutty.
Now that you're back, because Amy, you've been working.
I know, I've been gone
for about 17 years.
Around. Around the world.
Yeah. Now that you're back, I feel like I miss having someone who understands how my brain works.
I know.
For
I'm
selfish
like, for
reasons.
real,
No, it's purely selfish. It's not even for like, networking. I'm so bad at networking in LA. If I don't actually like somebody, I can't spend time with them.
Yeah.
I'm not built for this
No,
town.
I'm the same. No, I'm
not built
busy till forever.
I went to your birthday party and everybody there, I was like, oh, they all like sincerely like her. I'm so sorry. I've been in LA for 2 years, and that's the first time that's ever happened.
That is hilarious.
Usually it's like, oh, my agent told me it was a good look. Like, it's usually that kind of situation. I was like, oh no, you all just like her, and you're her party.
I love my people.
I'm like, look at this being an East Coast birthday party, because I didn't think y'all did this in the West Coast.
Thank you. I'm like, but literally, like, I treat birthdays like weddings, and where I'm very much like, I only want the people I want to see. I want to be at that altar and turn around and see people I like. You know, when people get real vicious with a wedding list, I'm the same way. I'm just
my wedding will have about 98 people. I don't even want triple digits.
I love that.
And
if you make that, like, I don't want to have anyone that I go, oh, I got to talk to them now. I'm like, I only want people that I really vibe with. And
I want to
really
see you and go, oh my God, there goes my friend. And be drunk and fall into your lap. Now, whose boss is that?
Yeah.
So your birthday literally broke my genuine, like, my cherry in LA of being in a space where everybody was genuinely friends and it wasn't just a look.
I love that.
And I was so happy that happened because I was like, I needed to see that this was a thing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it was a thing anymore.
Yeah.
LA will jade you very quickly.
I get that. And especially, like, I think the pandemic has made us very choosy with who we see. Yeah. And this is a pandemic birthday. And then I also had a lot of rules because I was like, you got to get tested. You have to have a vax card. Like, because my parents came. Yeah. My parents were in town. And I was just kind of like, ugh.
Ain't nobody trying to put mom and dad in harm's way for
and
a
my
kickback.
Brother and his wife and their baby. And she's pregnant. I was
just like, the stakes were high.
The stakes are high. And I literally was like, whatever, we're going to have this little party. And then once they were like, we're going to come to town, I was like, oh, I got to, like, rethink everything.
I will say this though, seeing you with your parents, making immigrant parents happy. Well, I'm gonna get teary-eyed. I should have brought a napkin. Making immigrant parents happy is such an impossible feat to us. So anytime we see our parents proud of us, it's like, oh.
I literally didn't believe it. After the party, we got back to my place and my dad was like, let's open some wine. And I was like, oh, okay. And he pours me and him a glass of wine and he's like, this was a good day. And I was just like, ah! And I'm over here. I'm so dysfunctional that I literally was like, yeah, it was, Dad. And I'm like on my phone.
Are you serious? I would have kicked you up. You know what?
But I just like couldn't process.
I was so emotional. Like, there's literally a video that I never posted. It's of you and your parents, but the reason I couldn't post it because I was a little tipsy. And I was like, yes, you better be with your fucking parents. I was like, oh, this is inappropriate. I can't post it.
Wait, you gotta show me that though.
It's like, yes, yay, they love her. This is everything. I was like, Blue, you're a drunk. You guys, my eye watered because I'm PMSing, so everything makes me emotional. So thinking about Amy and her proud parents. This was not how I expected to have my first tear.
Oh my God. Now is the moment. Don't worry. I love to cry too. So.
Anything that involves like parents like makes me weepy. Yes. We're going to pivot now to sex, okay?
Okay, great.
Yeah, because
well, that's how we got here.
How we got
parents plus sex equals us.
Because we're about 20 minutes late, I'm just pivot right to the sex. So there's a battle rapper named Hitman Holla.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
I didn't know who he was until recently, but now I feel like I need to know him.
Mm-hmm.
He recently went viral when he posted a video of himself masturbating on his close friends.
Don't do it.
and somebody screen recorded it and leaked it to social media.
On his friends?
Somebody from his close friends. They had a little green box in the stories. You know how the stories were his close friends only?
Yeah.
One of his close friends posted it, and I saw it. He became very attractive to me after I saw it. I'm not even that girl. Like,
wait, so you're like, this man masturbated on camera and I like it.
No, it was a very sensual video and a very
was there music?
It was just him. Look, he knew what he was doing.
Okay.
He did it for the people, so he knew that it was going to appeal to people.
Got you.
It made you feel like, okay, if this was my husband, I would have a satisfying life. I'll just put it that way. I'm trying to keep it clean in case anybody related to me watches this. My cousins listen to the show. Hey, baby cousins, hide your ears.
Oh my God.
So after this, I thought to myself, now Black Twitter is all drooling over him.
Yeah.
He has fans that he never had before.
I did not know about this.
I just recently found out, like, today.
I can't believe it.
It's all over the interweb.
Wow.
So my question is, would you ever be okay with your partner sending you a very well done explicit video for your eyes only?
First, I'm going to rewind and say that for a second, I was confused when you said he was masturbating on his close friends. I thought you meant it was a video of him.
Oh, on people.
On his friends.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no. And
to
then
his
I
close
caught
friends.
up. No,
Yes.
you said it right.
Yeah.
On his close friends, like on Instagram.
On
You
Instagram.
said it right. But it took me a second to catch up. So
That'd
I'm
be
there
a different
now.
kind of video, but yes.
Very different video, very like Limp Bizkit, 90s, whatever.
But
But
it would not have been yeah.
it was not limp.
I don't want to be the girl who sends you the link, but if you look up,
But like maybe I want the link.
yeah,
though.
if you look up Hitman Holla on Twitter, girl, the Twitter
But I
reactions.
don't know if I want to see that. Like, I don't love the image of like a man masturbating without me involved. Like, like if
got
he's
spicy.
thinking about me,
Yeah.
then I'm into it. But this man's not thinking about me.
But if your partner sent you a video like that, would you be open to it?
Yes.
I love
because
this.
I'm sort of like, if it's for me, I
feels
just
like
wouldn't
you're
want
special.
him to expect that back. I'm a little too self-conscious to do things
so
like that.
you're a hypocrite when it comes to sexy time videos.
I'm a taker, not a giver. Yeah, sexy time. Send me that. I'm not.
When's your birthday?
Best. I'm a Virgo. August
that makes
28th.
sense.
Yeah, you were there. You
Yeah.
were there.
Yeah, I was there. It was Virgo season
Yeah,
when I was
yeah.
crying over your parents.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes total
exactly.
sense.
I was like rules, and I'm like
Rule A, Rule 3.
Yeah, I'm like
3C.
I'm very happy to receive things like that, but I don't always reciprocate because
Do you think
it's in my head.
Do you think if a partner got upset about that, you would change? If they were like, "Babe, I feel like it's one-sided. We need some reciprocity." He starts quoting Lauryn Hill.
We would have to be like married or something.
Damn, sis.
Because
Okay.
to me, I'm just like, when the breakup happens, you have videos of me. And to me, I'm just like, that's a non-starter.
You're already thinking about the divorce. Like a true Virgo, you're like, look,
Yeah.
I need the prenup and all the sex tapes.
not like literally. It's I'm a daughter of an insurance consultant. My dad did insurance.
Oh,
so it's
say
like,
less,
okay,
yeah.
you get your insurance for your car, you get your prenup for your wedding. You don't do stupid shit when he could walk away. So to me, I'm just like, I'm always thinking about the insurance.
I would never put my face in it. Like I might do it, but without my face in it, maybe.
Yeah, but if your parts are in it, or you're near your parts are
People
in
can
it.
be like, "Hey, isn't that the mole on her forehead?"
That's
Yeah,
your
that's
tattoo.
true.
Like
Yeah.
I'm like, I've seen that.
So how
And
much would you share on social media?
on social media?
No,
Zero.
not sexy time. But
Okay, I was like, none.
In general, because I don't even share my partners on social media. Like I'll post a picture with me and my
Yeah.
friends, and one of them
Yeah.
will be my boyfriend, but you won't know.
Exactly. Well, that's where I'm at
I'm that
now
girl.
because I was in a relationship where I got a little too happy, and I like started
Oh.
posting him, and then when it ended, and I removed the photos, I had friends. I never would have expected this, but I had friends who were like, "Hey, did you two break up? Because I noticed that his photos are missing."
Oh,
And I was like,
yeah.
"How did you?" And they're like, "Well, I miss you every now and then. I just go to your page and I look at your back photos."
You're ringing an alarm.
And I was like, "What?" It never occurred to me. And then I was like,
when
"Oh,
you
that is
take off
the
a
first
picture,
and last time."
you don't have to say anything. Once a picture
Yeah.
appears and disappears, it means we're no longer together.
Exactly.
I
So
w-
now I'm like, put them in the group.
What would it take for you to post somebody that you're in a relationship with?
Marriage.
Damn. Okay. Speaking of
take
people,
marriage.
speaking of people who waited till marriage to post anything,
Yeah.
a little bit of a flex. You know, there was a picture that was heard all around the world, especially in the world of Black Twitter, of someone who said, "Hey, happened to go to a photo shoot and the groom appeared," and it was what we later found out was Issa's wedding, and you were one of the few people who was in attendance.
It was beautiful.
What does it feel like? And I know that there's probably NDA, so whatever you can share, but what does it feel like to be at something that's that private, but that you know it's going to be public fodder eventually?
I didn't know.
You thought she was gonna keep it a secret forever?
I wasn't sure because she's very private, and
Damn.
it's like, and she
I love
posts her
that.
man every now and then, but very like he in the
Sparingly.
background, like over there. She's very private, and so for me, like we were there, we were all taking photos, like videos, filming each other, selfies, like whatever. But I was like, well, none of this is getting posted ever. It's just like for our own private eyes.
That's amazing
And
that
then
you guys agreed to that.
Well, it wasn't. It was just
in 2021.
Understood. It was
That's
just. She never
beautiful.
asked for it. It's just understood. You know, because I'm like, when you really know someone, you know what they want and
Y'all are real friends.
And so when it got I was like, wait, what? I was like, we're allowed to. So if you, I mean, there's no way to go back and check a timestamp, but if you notice, it wasn't until she announced it that everyone started
posting. I did notice that.
And it was kind of like, it was like, oh, we're okay, you know, and it's not even like a we're allowed, but it's a respect thing. Like to me, I'm someone who's very private. And so I've texted friends and be like, take that down, please, because I don't need people to know that he's there, you know? And I'm just like, that's not for everybody. That's for you. You know, and I'm like, and that's cool. Like to me, I'm like, real friendship is being able to do that and being able to say, like, whatever you need, that's what I'm gonna ride where you are riding.
The fact that kind of friendship can exist in Hollywood, in this industry, with somebody who with a group of people who are all at the height of their game, that is rare in a way that I need you guys to sit in a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I know some basic people who IMDb pages has 3 things on it from 10 years ago who think they're too big to show that much respect.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, the level of hubris, the vapors of hubris that I sniff on walking through these LA streets, the fact that you guys are such a good a soul tribe, I think I admire that even more than the stuff that everybody else claps for.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at their real friend. I'm such a sap.
But that comes from her. Like, you know, I'm like, to me, I'm sort of like, I mean, I always feel so blessed that like I entered her orbit at a time where I was just like, oh, you're the truth, you know? And I was just like, wherever you go next, please, I want to work with you. And
you're the truth, Amy. You better flex on your name.
So it was like, it has been this beautiful thing to see like all these accolades and wonderful things come to the show, come to Issa herself, and also to see like just, I don't know, when you know who you are, you just stay who you are. And I'm like, I think that's so beautiful. It's a lesson. It's a lesson to me and everyone who works with her.
It's big
like,
Earth sign energy. Because she's a Capricorn.
Season 1.
You were Virgo, I'm a Taurus. Earth signs, we don't play those games.
Yeah, season 1, I still remember the finale is shot like in Malibu, right? So the writers, producers who were on set, we got a house in Malibu so that we didn't have to commute. We like, we're staying in Malibu down the street from where we were shooting. And we all pledged never change. We're like, whatever happens, we're never gonna change. I mean, she wrote it on a piece of paper, and we all signed it and took a photo. We're like, never change. And I'm like, the little things have changed, but like the core of that loyalty, like I'll be loyal to Issa till the day, you know, like because I'm like she saw me before anyone saw me, and I'm like that to me is just like. Bless.
That is beautiful because I will tell you, I moved to LA to do a show. I was supposed to host a talk show. Didn't work out because production was on some fuck shit, whatever. And me and Obi, my friend Obi, we were cast together and we ended up, we were like on hiatus because something happened in behind the scenes that legally made us stop production. Damn. And so we're like, we both moved to LA with a week's notice to
I remember I met y'all the week you moved to LA.
And I was just like, what the fuck?
Week.
And I was like, this is some bull-ish. And I remember we ran into Issa at some event. It was like, I think it was some kind of party. And she was there. And I was like, I'm drunk. And Issa Rae is there. And she's doing well. And I'm on a canceled show that nobody knows about. Yay! Like, I was just like, this is I'm already having an LA
now
experience.
Or never.
So Obi walks up to her because Obi's like, look, you African, I'm African. We're going to talk. Like, he went a beeline to her. I was like, Obi, now, where are you going? So my drunk behind follows him. Yeah. And she's like, so how you guys liking LA? And I just drunkenly tell her the story. They made us move and the show is canceled. It's some bullshit. And she just looked at us and she was like, so create your own shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? She's like, just create your own shit then.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. Like, it gets to be that simple.
Isn't that exciting?
So as someone who's created a lot of their own shit, Amy, you like that segue?
Oh, wow.
You like that?
I didn't even.
Wow,
you grabbed me and I didn't know I was being grabbed.
As someone who's created a bunch of their own shit, I have some rapid fire questions for you.
Let's go.
And this is the beauty of us being on a time constraint because now you have to really think on your toes.
I mean,
we got 13 minutes left. You ready? All right. As far as the last season of Insecure and like it ending, this is coming to an end.
Yeah.
How do you really feel about the ending?
Oh, I've been asked this and I said, blank, I don't know, blank, blank. I'm going to wait, blank. I don't know how I feel.
You don't know how you feel yet.
Because it was so crazy to make it and to be like, we rewrote it so many times, like so many drafts. And it's like so many things. There were moments where like the ending was fully different, where it was in a different country. Like,
oh my God.
So many times.
You're like,
so
where am I now? You're shaking.
Blank.
Okay,
I'm like, I know how it ends, but I'm like, we'll
so
see.
you have cognitive dissonance.
I do.
You had a directorial debut.
Yes.
And an episode that I think was a beautiful homage to all things Black woman friendship and lovely. And the moment when I realized the homage that was happening to Waiting to Exhale, again I squealed. My neighbors must hate me on Sunday nights.
They're like,
come on, what the fuck is she watching
there
down
she
there?
goes again.
So how did it feel to be directing during a season that is so high profile? You know, all eyes are going to be watching every second in live. Like Black Twitter is watching it live. How did it feel to be debuting in such a high visibility kind of way?
The directing of it, so much stress. Look, I was so stressed I hit my mic. But literally, the directing of it, I was so stressed. I was like, oh my God, what if I don't do a good job? You know, and I've directed a ton of stuff, but it's all been smaller, like short films, web series, like. And I'd never directed something on this level. And I was like, what if I fuck it up? But then I was like, there's a whole crew here. There are like literally 150 people here. You can't break the show.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't break, like
that's
you'd have to
true.
try to break the show. Like there are too many people here for you to fail. And I had to keep reminding myself of that. Seeing it come out and seeing it air, especially the same week that I wrapped shooting an episode of Rap Shit. Yes. And then like I literally flew from Miami and came back and then saw my episode. And I was like, fuck, that it was like such a cool feeling.
You're living life at full speed.
It was a great week. And to see people catch it, because even like when I was describing I wanted to do this Waiting to Exhale thing, I wasn't sure if people would get it. Oh, like I kept telling
the minute
people
I got it,
production.
I was like, wait, I see what they're doing. There's an aerial shot that y'all have. I need that.
I love that shot so much.
I need a painting of that shot.
I love it so much. And literally, I was like, I want to do an overhead on the balcony. We'd never done it before. And her balcony is a stage. And the VFX team was like, but there ain't nothing there but like the ground of our stage. And I'm like, is there a way to like make it seem like there's something there?
It was, you guys. What episode was it? Give them
507.
Episode 507. My eye is still watering from crying about your parents. Lord, of all shows for me to be teary. Episode 507, please, the aerial shot. I don't even have to tell you what minute. You'll know it when you see it. I want that as a painting. I feel like we're going to talk about how beautiful that shot was and how beautiful that episode was. Shiona.
Thank you.
How do you feel about the costume designer, the myth in the making that is she? Because I feel like
Shiona's a legend. She's incredible.
I didn't know Close could do that.
Literally, it was so, that collaboration to me made the episode so incredibly special, because literally when she found out I got the episode, like literally it was like, the director's going to be this. And before even the first meeting, she texted me and was like, can we get on the phone and talk about costumes? And I was just kind of like, oh yeah, it's hard. All the girls are together. I get it. I get on the phone with her and she was like, I really want to do Black female designers. Like, can they all be in Black female designers?
That is
that
monumental.
A cool thing to go with? And I was like, yes. And so if you notice in the watching of the episode, there are a lot of full body shots. Like not only because they're in a house, but I was like, I want to show what they're wearing, but make it not feel forced, just make it feel natural. And so we really collaborated, like down to their shoes, their socks, like everything they're wearing is a Black female designer. Everyone in the episode, even the men. So, and there was a scene with the white woman. It unfortunately got cut. It was the episode writer, Fran Richter. She's amazing. It got cut for length. It was an amazing scene, but it got cut for length. But she was in Black female designers.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That would have been amazing.
I was like, yes, a white woman has to wear Black female designers.
That would have been amazing. I would have screenshot that and be like, Amy, what's this? What's going
I'm so mad that it got cut. But like, all our episodes were long.
The intentionality. I think the thing that I want people to get from this episode is how intention is sexy. You know what? That might be the name of the episode. Ooh. Intention is sexy.
Yeah,
because there's so much intentionality in how I mentioned how you guys welcomed me with open arms when I first moved to LA. And I feel like I'm now, honorary Niger girl. And I feel like there's so much intentionality about the way that you maintain your friendships and respect your friendships. There's so much intentionality about how your whole soul tribe. Like I feel like at Insecure you guys have a soul tribe. You guys are like real friends that I believe will be friends forever. I love the intentionality. And so now you guys are pivoting to, I'm hearing Rap Shit. The name itself,
It's that good.
What can you tell us about rap shit without getting in trouble?
Well, I would like to say, when you hear rap shit, what do you think about? Because that's what it is.
I feel like those two like Salt and Pepper, or those girls back in the day who used to be rapping or whatever. Like I feel like bamboo earring. I feel like just baby hairs and blackness and cocoa butter and lip gloss. I feel like basically me. I just described myself.
You're like, wait a second.
The earrings, the lip gloss. I feel like I am rap shit. Like that could be a good campaign. Just like a bunch of people like I am rap shit,
or I've been through rap shit.
Look,
it's like,
but it's women who are involved in this, and because rap has such a complicated history in our culture, I'm very curious about a show called Rap Shit with women who are at the helm of it in some ways, and like wondering like what those two. Oh my God, I'm so intrigued.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2 of the EPs are the City Girls, so it's like everything that you want of female rap shit. Like, that's what's happening. And I'm like, that's what's so cool.
I want to squeal right now.
You're like, oh my God.
Like, and that's why you were in Miami.
Oh, full circle. Oh, you didn't know.
Oh, my heavens.
It was literally a dream. Like, I love directing. I'm like, I love working with actors.
Do you get goosebumps?
It was so
when
fun.
you look around your life like, I get paid to do this?
No, I get stressed it's going to be taken away. I'm a Virgo. I'm worried.
That's true. You need to lean into it.
I'm like, who's going to take this from me?
You need to lean into it. I'm just telling y'all, if y'all need a water girl, if y'all need like a coffee girl, I'm
available.
Let me tell you what I've learned, and people are always shocked by this. I love to follow, even though I seem like an alpha, because I read a book called Mastery, and they said that the best leaders know how to follow.
Yeah.
So I'm always looking for like, when do I get to be an apprentice again? Because it keeps you supple.
Exactly.
If Oprah Winfrey after 25 years could be an apprentice to Tyler Perry to start OWN,
then
who am I to think that I am too big to ever want to learn from somebody?
Oprah's over here like, I'm still learning.
She's like, Tyler, I need some ratings. And he brought her some ratings. Okay. You know what I mean? So I just feel like if y'all ever need a water girl or someone to just, copy, edit, or read something, or just fan you. I'm not above it. When I
will fan you.
I wash y'all's feet. In some cultures, washing people's feet is a sign of love.
It really is.
Okay,
I read the Bible.
This makes me sad because I wish we had those extra 20 minutes. Do you see how fast this goes?
That's been an hour. That's insane.
So I will tell you this. This means you have to come back.
Yes.
No, I'm being dead serious.
I mean,
in fact, when Rap Shit comes out, I'm going to show up with my bamboo earrings like, let's talk about this. I'm going to get some music that I can get clear to play in the background. I might have a little, beatbox. No, I'm not. I'm not embarrassing myself.
I mean.
I'm at the age where I was there for the 80s and 90s and saw how women, when we had our heyday at the beginning of rap, it's coming back. It's like a full circle moment.
Back. It's coming back. Look at Cardi running Playboy. Look at Megan graduating from college.
Oh
and
my
still
God.
On their game.
Our ancestors are so proud of us. And again, another segue. Speaking of ancestors, Lord, I'm so good at these.
I mean,
if I do say so myself. Earlier this month, we found out that Gloria Jean Watkins, better known by her pen name Bell Hooks, was an American author. Yes. I know. I've been crying this whole episode, y'all. It's not because of the rosé. I don't think I can drink rosé anymore because they talk about feelings. Because I've never cried in a whole episode.
You're like, too many feelings.
Rosé and feelings, guys.
They don't mix.
Right. So Bell Hooks, we all know that she was an American author, professor, feminist, and social activist, and her impact was immeasurable. And whenever somebody who's that impactful passes away, it makes me always think about legacy, right? Yeah. And so the final questions that I have for you, nothing heavy. What?
She said legacy and then nothing heavy.
Nothing heavy. What do you think the legacy of what you and your soul tribe have done at Insecure will be? Because I already feel like you guys are. There's certain times in history where the cement is wet, and whoever leaves a mark, that mark, it becomes an imprint for everybody else. Yeah. You guys have definitely left a mark while the cement was wet, and now people are trying to already follow in your footsteps as you're still trying to finish your last right. So what do you think the legacy of what you guys created will be?
Well, I think the legacy, it actually predates us. It's girlfriends. It's living single. They started it. Yeah. So I'm like, when I look at those shows and I was so pissed, but during the pandemic, a lot of Black content from the 90s ended up on Netflix. But before that, I was buying the DVDs from Amazon because I was like, why the fuck can't you watch this anywhere?
Right.
And I was just so mad because I'm like, that's our history. And they walked so Insecure could run so the next show can fly.
Y'all are doing the jerk. Y'all are doing the
running so the next show can do the next show can do the whoa. Right. I'm like, we're just that's literally we're part of the legacy. We are not the legacy. It's there's no erasing what those women creators did. those female creators did. Like they were the thing that made a place like HBO believe in Issa.
But you guys are to them now what to Gen Z.
This is true.
So the way that we look at them, they're gonna be looking at y'all that way. Doesn't that freak out your mind sometimes?
It's very surreal. During the last week of production, like we kept talking about it. We're like, did they know when they were making their shows that they were a thing?
It was gonna be a thing like this.
And we know because of social media, because people were in the conversation every day.
So this is the part where I'm gonna ask you to switch places with me. You know, I'm a tarot reader. I sometimes do readings and stuff. I'm gonna ask you to pretend that you're a tarot reader. If you have to predict the day that this is coming out, this is the day after the finale,
December 27th.
If you have to predict how the audience who is going to be listening to this episode is going to feel about the finale, tell us, paint us a picture. How do you think we're going to be feeling?
Conflicted.
Oh, snap.
I think conflicted.
Oh, man. If Condola, Lisa Rice, Lawrence Fishburne, end up married, when I tell you, I will riot in the streets.
If consequences
right if a cancel check ends up with Lawrence, I will riot. I will send you a heavily sternly worded text like, Amy, I thought you were better than okay, so and I love how I'm looking at you and you're not even making any micro expressions. You're like
I'm trained.
Okay.
I'm like, I've had 5 seasons of this. Okay. I'm new to this. I'm true to this.
I want to fight the air.
And I don't like spoilers.
She said conflicted. And I'm full of rosé and emotions. This is okay, conflicted. All right, last question. If we had to ask you, Amy, what you think your legacy will be?
Yes. Honestly, this is an easy one. I feel like my legacy is building bridges to future storytellers. That's what I was put here to do. That is what I do every day. That's why I started a mentorship program. That's why I work with writers and creatives, especially multi-hyphenates. I'm obsessed with people who want to do more than one thing because I'm like that. I'm a writer, director, and now a producer as well. And I'm like, I've learned so much through all these different paths I have, and I want people coming up after me to feel protected. There's that saying, like, I forget which culture it is. I want to say Chinese culture, where they say that a person dies twice when they actually die, and the last time someone says their name. I ain't never gonna die, girl. I'm immortal. So my thing is, in the spirit of immortality, you have to give people a reason to keep on remembering you. And that's by building bridges. I don't understand the creators who say the door is locked behind me. That's not a thing anymore. Let's be immortal together. Let's build these bridges.
I'm crying. This is beautiful, guys. This is our last episode of 2021. This year has been unkind but necessary.
Yeah.
So the fact
that's a word. Unkind but necessary.
So that's literally all I have to say about 2021. And so to end with such a kind person, before I realized that the show was going to be called Intentionality is Sexy, I was going to be calling it Nice Girls Finish First, because you are sincerely a nice person. And I usually don't use that word because niceness is often performative.
I know. And sometimes nice, like Oprah said, sometimes nice is a bad word.
Yeah, but with you, you do it the way that it's supposed to be done. And this is where we wrap up the show. This was so fast. Okay.
It was so short.
I have to do my housekeeping now. Thank you guys for listening to Humanized. The show is sponsored by BlueCentricShop.com, where you can get all your baths and intentional candle needs, blah, blah, blah. Amy is amazing. Amy, please just tell them where they can find you.
I'm at Amy Aniobi on everything. That's at AMYAN as in Nancy, IOB as in boy, I. And that's on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok.
All the things.
Literally all the things.
Please share this episode with a creative that you know maybe jaded and doesn't believe that there's space for them, because you're the kind of person who's creating space for people.
Always.
And always make sure to like give us a 5-star rating and whatever else, because that helps the algorithm, and the whole world is run by algorithms. Amy, this was such an amuse-bouche. This was not the full course meal that I wanted. The next time that I book you, it's going to be a 2-hour window.
Oh, man.
And we can talk about all the things.
Yes.
Including rap shit.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I'm excited.
Yes.
This is a good way to end our 2021 season. We'll be back next month saying 2022, huh? Huh? You'll be back next year. I promise. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was perfect. Awesome. That was